you go back to history of education in Kenya for the last 40 years, we know that regions like the northern Kenya or northeastern Kenya as it is called have been performing so poorly that they've been consistently at the bottom, both at the primary level, secondary level, and even at the university level. Northeastern has the lowest productivity and the lowest skilled manpower in the entire country. And this is directly linked to inequalities in education.
First of all, the government has marginalized this part of the country, northeastern part. And they thought that we are pastoralists, we don't need education. So they were concentrating the resource to other parts of the country where they thought education was more important.
Since independence, there has been no Marshall Plan to improve education systems in this country, in this part of the country. We haven't seen an effort that has made such a serious impact to change the course of education in this province.
We need to sensitize and motivate and encourage and bring the word out that actually there is a problem that it should be addressed. We went around and talked to a number of schools and students and parents and stakeholders to really understand why we have these problems and how we can address them.
You know, there's some parents, they are saying that education is not very important, and they are telling their children, don't go to school, but just help us at home. Take care of the babies, and us, we are going to work.
If a father has got a boy and a girl, he will feel like educating the boy. So still, the issue goes back to the parent.
Gün dolandı dağı taşı, dinmiyor gözümün yaşı.
There has been a shortage of staff, especially teachers, and we are still experiencing it up to now, all these years.
There are 140 pupils, there are 59 girls, and there are 81 boys. We have only one teacher who is taking care of all those children.
And how many students do you have in this school?
In school, almost 350.
What's the name of your school?
PP1 Primary School.
Okay, and 350. And this afternoon, how many teachers do we have?
Right at this moment, I'm the only one around.
How many students per class?
Per class, most of them have 60, 65.
You'll find that most people, well, from other parts of the country, they are reluctant to come and teach in this part of the country.
People coming from outside Northeastern find the harsh climate and life to be very difficult. Therefore, any teacher or any officer posted will tend to look for a transfer to get his way out.
Certainly enough qualified teachers are needed, and they have to be provided by the government and the Ministry of Education.
This is the way I comb my hair.
This is the way I comb my hair.
Before I go to school.
Before I go to school.
Okay, who is it for?
Ajra.
Ajra.
Again.
Ajra.
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 Again.
Ajra.
Aga.
Aga.
Aga. Again.
Aga.
Aga.
Most of our schools don't have the required facilities, especially secondary schools, like laboratories. You'll find that even those ones that are there are not enough. They are not enough.
The ratio for books and books to student is also small. We have about one book for about 10 students or 8 students. Unlike when we have supposed to have 1 to 1, one student having one book.
Because of the congestion in class, most of them are sitting on the ground. They are lacking facilities like desks and chairs.
Here we are talking of a triple stream school with only 2 ill-equipped laboratories. That really affects the performance.
Because of the poor infrastructure, children are out of school. I have seen a school in Nigeria with 500 students with 1 teacher. You can imagine that. Which class is he going to teach? Which class is he going to teach?
And then I see in your class there's no girls. The girls, they are not turn up because of the area of this area. There are problems of also the dry area. Parents sometimes when the children went home, they don't send back the children to school again because most of the time they send the children to fetch water or to go and look after the animal in the afternoon.
Their lifestyle is pastoral. They move from one place to another. And when they move from one place to another, they move with their children and they move with their homes and their properties and everything they own.